Well, we opened in May 2000, and when you're involved in the planning and the building and the creation of something, you're never quite sure how it's going to turn out. And it's always a little concerning the day you open the doors to find out how people are going to react to your exhibits, your animals, your programs. And we've been just so overwhelmed with the response to all of those things. The public really enjoy coming to the aquarium, seeing South Carolina, seeing the animals, and if anything, the public reaction has far surpassed our expectations of what it might be. Certainly when you plan an aquarium and then you open it, you obviously have to react to audience opinions and thoughts. And one thing we've done over the last 2 or 3 years is add more interaction to the exhibits and the programs. And so now when you come to the aquarium versus when you came in 2000 or 2001, it's much more likely that you'll interact with a staff person or a volunteer. It's much more likely there'll be an exhibit you can interact with as well. So we're trying to make the experience much more immersive, much more interactive, and much less passive. And the feedback we've got from our audience is that's what they're looking for, that's what they're enjoying, and that's why they're coming back to the aquarium. And then something else we did with the aquarium since opening is we really realized that we had to take our theme outside of South Carolina. We opened with a theme, a journey, if you will, from the mountains to the sea across South Carolina. And the people reacted very positively to that theme, but repeatedly in their feedback, they wanted to know more about the world outside. And so a couple of years ago, we opened a special exhibit, which was called Unbelievable Floating Objects. And it was all about exotic coastal creatures from around the world. And that exhibit quickly became incredibly popular. That exhibit closed a few weeks ago, and in the spring of this year, we'll open our next special exhibit, and this one is going to be called Secrets of the Amazon. And so it's going to tell people all about those wonderful animals that live in the Amazon, but then take it a step further and compare and contrast the Amazon with South Carolina so that people that come to the aquarium see those animals in context and begin to think about their home in a different way as well. So I think it's been more interaction and also putting South Carolina in global context where we've changed things and reacted to our audience needs. The South Carolina Aquarium really has a spectacular location, perhaps a unique location here on Charleston Harbor. We have these incredible views across the Cooper River, and I think it is unsurpassed by any aquarium in the country. And I think where that plays in our favor is it not only makes it a spectacular place to visit and just look at the view, but also it sort of puts our mission of education about the environment into context, because this is not a pristine environment we're looking into here on the Cooper River. It's a working harbor. So you see huge ocean-going ships, but you also see recreational fishermen. You see dolphin, osprey, otters. You see the whole thing going on in front of you. You see the world, nature, in action happening in front of you. So I hope that when people come to the aquarium and they go back home, they've seen the whole thing as it were in context, and that helps them understand a little bit better their place in that aspect of nature. Fundamentally, we're an educational institution. People come here to learn about animals and the natural environment. The way we interpret that mission, however, is first of all, we have to attract people here. So we are also unashamedly an attraction. People have to want to come here. When we get them here, we intrigue them with our animals and our exhibits. Then we involve them with our programs and our interpretive graphics and so on. And then the final piece of the puzzle is we want to involve them. We want to give people a way to get involved, so when they go back home to Columbia, Greenville, or Ohio, or wherever they come from, they'll see the natural world in a different way, and they'll understand perhaps what they can do to make a difference in the place where they live.